There are 3 types of saunas in Finland. One type is the electric one, in which you pretty much just turn a knob and warms it up. Most people have that kind of saunas in their apartment buildings. And then there are 2 types of saunas that are detached saunas. So we're staying in our family cabin right now, and in this video I'm going to show you how we warm up a Finnish sauna. The sauna that we have is located right over there. And this is a wood-burning sauna. The 3rd type of sauna is a smoked sauna. We have a friend that lives on the eastern part of Finland. Maybe when we go visit them during the summertime, I'll show you what that looks like. But in this video, we are going to show you how to warm up a wood-burning sauna in Finland. And I know that sauna is pronounced sauna everywhere else, but in Finland, you say sauna. I'm actually having my father-in-law show us because I have no idea how to do it. Okay, there he is. So we start off here. This is our wood storage.
We use this wood for sauna heating because it has a higher heat value. It gives us a better löyly.
Aha. And this is birch.
This is birch, yes.
First, we load up our wheelbarrow with some birch trees. And this has been laid out to dry for 2 years, would you say? 2 years. 2.5 years.
Some extra. More than sufficient.
All right. And what are these smaller branches for?
They are for warming up the water, for example.
Ah.
Or you put them in to warm up the house.
Okay, so we might need that later to warm up the water. And what does this sign say here?
Take this dry tree or dry wood.
On this side here, this is fresh, so it was just chopped not too long ago.
Chopped this year.
They have been chopped this year, and then if we come around, there's another opening on this other side, or 2 other openings. So they rotate which side to take the wood from. So here are some that are drying, and then this is where we were at. 3 sides. Now we transport the wood over to the sauna. We're very fortunate that we have a detached sauna right next to the lake. And then we also have a well here.
They will take much longer time to burn.
Ah, now we separate it by size. And all the trees that we use for the sauna and heating up the cabin comes from our small patch of land. Local wood. How big is our lot, do you know?
It's a little bit more than 1 hectare.
A little more than 1 hectare. We'll calculate what that is in acre. Oh, those are the starters.
Yeah.
The smaller sticks.
I think 1 or 2 small ones. Yeah, then of course we have to open the plate. You are so tall that you can open.
The left one?
Yeah.
Open the plate. Ui. Oh my. Aha. How do you...
That's sufficient.
That's
more than
sufficient.
sufficient.
Okay, just like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's good.
The one on the right is for the dressing room, right?
Not the dressing room, but for the
Okay.
washing room.
Washing room, okay. So here's a quick look at the washing room of the sauna. It's right next door to the actual sauna because you want to rinse off in between sauna sessions, and this is also where you take a shower after you finish. Ooh, it's quite warm in here from yesterday.
Yeah.
All right, here's our...
Then we open this one.
What is that? You turn it? Oh! Okay, we open that. Oh, look at that. Oh, I see.
To reduce to minimize the ventilation to the minimum. So what I will do is I will build the fire gradually.
Gradually, okay.
Yeah, I use the cover of the birch.
Cover of the birch, uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's how you start it.
Easy to light.
Easy to light, okay.
Yeah.
All right, and then we're just gonna light up a match and place it inside. Oh, it smells nice.
Then I close it for a couple of minutes
All right.
to warm up the chimney.
Okay.
And then I add more wood.
All right. And this is our sauna stove. This is an AK-67.
Well, well, that's the size. Diameter is 57
57.
centimeters.
Uh-huh.
But actually, it was built in 1957.
Oh, it was also built in 1957.
Yeah,
Ah.
just a coincidence.
Haha, that's nice. Aito kiausoi Helsinki.
Aito means origin or original. Kios means the stove.
Original stove.
Yeah.
Right, now the fire has started. Now we're gonna add some large. These are the large branches.
But not so much.
Not so much.
In the beginning.
Okay. Alrighty.
You see the cover has been bent by the heat.
Oh.
So it is cast iron.
Okay.
Because the temperature there is
It's very hot.
800 degrees. I don't know how much.
800 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, more than 1,000.
Whoa.
Much more than 1,000.
That's very hot. So here's a look at the lake. It's springtime now, and we just put the ladder there. So in between sessions, you can go for a nice cool dip. Okay, now we took a few more of the large piece and we're gonna add it in. Okay. For smoke saunas, do they use the same type of stove?
No.
No, it's a different type.
No, you don't have any chimney there.
Okay.
Compartment, and then you burn it. And you burn it several hours, much more longer than here.
Oh.
You heat a big amount of stones.
Mm-hmm.
And when all the fire has died out, then you ventilate, of course, because you have carbon monoxide there.
Right.
And then you can go in.
Okay.
And you don't get any insurance for a smoke sauna because
Really?
quite regularly they will burn.
Okay. It's a different type of heat, yeah?
It's totally different type of
Okay.
heat. It's softer, milder.
Ah.
Okay, now I will put the time on 25 minutes.
Timer for 25 minutes.
47 is good.
And how many times do you have to come and put more wood in?
3 times or 4 times.
3 or 4 times.
Depends on the wood. I think this birch, 3 would be sufficient.
Okay. Wood burning sauna is like cooking a 3-course meal, and electric
Yeah.
sauna is like cooking with a microwave.
Yeah.
So now we come back in 25 minutes?
Yeah.
All right, while we wait for the 25 minutes to come up, I am just sitting by our lake enjoying the view, enjoying a little bit of peace and quiet while the kids are inside the cabin. I'm also drinking a cup of coffee here from our Moomin cup. Somebody has brought these for the cabin. I have a full tour of our family cabin on my channel, and I'll link it here as well as in the description below if you want to see a full tour. I think the video is like over half an hour, and I show you every little crevice of our shared family cabin. And you might think that our family is extremely wealthy for owning a summer cabin or a vacation cabin, if you will. But actually, my father-in-law's side of the family has owned this cabin for more than 40 years. And in my tour video, I also go into details about who has access to this cabin. It's basically my father-in-law and his 2 older brothers. It's 3 different families, and each family has 3 different generations within each family. So that's a lot of people sharing this cabin. The brothers pretty much just text each other or call each other before somebody from their family wants to come and visit to make sure whether or not there's room. But yes, this is a shared cabin. This cabin behind me here is the main cabin, and when this lot was first purchased, I think there was an old cabin there, but they tore down most of it and rebuilt it by hand. I was just looking at the photo album that the family kept to show the progress of how the cabin came to be, and there was just pictures of my father-in-law when he was younger, and also pictures of my husband when he was a little boy. Everybody just pitched in and helped, and that ranged from putting up wood paneling to painting, etc. Maybe I'll insert a few pages here to show you so that you understand how much blood, sweat, and tears went into building this family cabin. So having a cabin is not something that the wealthier people have access to in Finland. Most people, I want to say, have some sort of family cabin. This Moomin coffee mug here is really fitting for our little family cabin. On this side, Moomi Papa is repairing something in the house, which is really suitable for this cabin because there's almost always somebody here tending to the cabin in one way or another, whether that's building a new thing or repairing something old. And then on this other side, Moomi Papa is bringing in some wood, just like how we did for the sauna. Oh, yay! It's been 25 minutes. Here we go. Let's continue warming up the sauna. Round 2. Nice and warm inside already. Ooh, look at all the smoke.
Yeah.
So you just want to fill it up with as much wood as you can, or
not completely.
not
full,
completely? Okay.
but quite a lot.
All right. 25 more minutes.
25 more minutes. Yeah.
Okay. So approximately how long does it take to warm up the sauna from start to finish?
2.5 hours, 3 hours.
2.5 to 3 hours. Okay, so there's a little switch here for the water, and this comes from the well.
Yeah.
And that means we now have water from this hose. So this is a water boiler.
Yeah.
Now we just fill this whole thing up with water. During the winter months, this doesn't work, so we have to go out and fetch the water from the well manually.
Yeah.
But now it's spring and this is running again.
Yeah. This is natural spring water.
Natural spring water. It's safe to drink, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. This is for my son to play. No, it's also for diluting the water so that it's warm when you need it for showering. There is no actual shower in here. You just get a pot of hot water and you have some cold water and you mix it to your desired temperature, and then you pretty much just dump the water over your head to wash yourself. But we also have that shower thingy up there.
Yeah.
You just put the battery use.
Yeah, but
you just
I prefer the
you prefer the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, now we got to turn it off.
You have to turn it off because
Okay.
there is a pressure. And I release the pressure. Otherwise it will be going back to the well.
Okay. So this thing here, you would just turn it on and drop it in one of these buckets,
Yeah.
and you get a tiny trickling of water coming from there if you don't want to pour water on your head yourself and you want more of a shower, a real shower experience. So one of the brothers built this to hold the lid because this water is very, very hot once we start burning the wood down here. Boiling hot, yeah. So that's a nice little hack there. But in this room, there's a floor drain in the middle there, like most Finnish bathrooms. There's a floor drain, and you just wash everything, and everything goes down there. Is there also a drain in the sauna? Not in this one. No, this is the only one. Okay.
The only one, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but there is
A slope.
inclination slope.
Yeah. So the floor here are slightly sloped so that the water trickles in. See you in 25 minutes? Or we're doing that room?
No, I don't think so because
No.
the sauna has been on for a couple of days, so
Okay, maybe we'll just have a look. This sauna is right behind this wall, so the heat kind of just comes into this room. But this room here is the dressing room. This is where you would get dressed and undressed for the sauna. And we also have a stove in here that during the colder months, we also open up and heat up this room. But it's not necessary for today. And these are some of the smaller sticks or branches that we will use to warm up the dressing room. And what that's not birch anymore, right? The small branches? No. Spruce. And here's that lovely handmade wooden basket that we've been seeing in some of my videos. Oh, and we have to open that.
yeah. This is the other.
Oh. So you open this
This
and
this.
that
Yeah.
if you want to warm up this stove here. What's a good temperature for you?
Around 100 degrees here.
100 degrees Celsius is what you like.
Boiling water.
Wow.
Boiling
Okay.
temperature.
Boiling. Yes, that's very hot. Let's see how cold it is now. We have a little thermometer. Is it almost 10 degrees
Yeah.
Celsius? Why do they have Celsius on both sides and not Fahrenheit on the other side? Because nobody else cares about Fahrenheit. Let's have a look at the smoke coming out of the chimney. Ooh. So we're not going to be using the well at all, right?
No, not anymore.
Okay, and let's not drop the camera. Ooh.
So we have pumped now so much water that it's not floating. The extra water is not floating. It will take a couple of hours before it starts to continue.
So when there's extra water in here, it flows down Yoke's
because
Japanese
this is
garden.
A natural spring.
Natural spring. Okay, so it will go down there that way, right? I'll just show them. Okay, thank you. All right, so I'll show you what that looks like. My son really likes to play here because he really likes to play with water, but one of the brothers has built a little system here to drain out the water. When there's extra water from the well, up there, it would just trickle down this way. And go down. It's almost Mother's Day, and there is a flower that people pick here in Finland for Mother's Day, and it looks like this. There's plenty all around, especially in forests, and we have a lot of this. A lot of these here, so I'll just show you what that looks like. It's actually rather pretty. I'll try to find a name of the flower and insert it onto the screen for you. Round 3. Okay. Now it's time to warm up the water. Alrighty. So we open up the hatch at the bottom. There's a juice box in there.
No, it's not necessary.
Alright, so we start with the bark of the tree again to get the fire going. This you only do one time, right?
Normally it's sufficient.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. That's it.
That's it.
Okay. 25 more minutes?
I think 35 minutes.
35 minutes. Okay.
We have to let it burn almost completely.
Okay. So how do we know which tree to cut down?
Well, large ones. That's the first rule.
Okay. Do we have to plant trees?
No.
No, there's enough. We've been here for 70 years. We have not planted any trees, and we haven't had to buy wood all this time.
Correct.
The land just replenishes itself. Wow, that's amazing.
More than sufficient.
More than sufficient, even though it's not too big of a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, so now we're going to go have a look at the trees that we have. All right, see you in 35 minutes.
Yep.
My son is out here playing. So we're going to walk up to our driveway. We're going to see some trees along the driveway. So this is kind of like our front yard. Obviously, we're not going to cut down any of these trees because in the summertime, you can see there's a clothesline here. So when the sun is out, we'll just hang dry our laundry. And then over here, these 2 trees is where we have our hammock during the summer. Here's another look at our wood storage, our wood shed. And this is the chopping block. My father-in-law's primary job here is to chop the wood for the sauna and for the cabin. Well, his other brothers are more handy, so they usually build things. I'm pretty sure they build the shed. I think the only thing that wasn't built by any of our family members is the sauna. I think that was commissioned. So this is our driveway. Okay, so our neighbor is actually really close by. You see that? That's our neighbor's something. I don't know what it is. And our neighbor's house is right there. So here are some trees. Pretty sure those belong to us. And then here are some as well. These are quite big. Wow, this one is huge. Here are more Mother's Day flowers. So this is pretty much the end of our driveway. There's a road here that heads into our neighbor's house over there. We don't have that many trees, but like my father-in-law said, somehow they've survived 70 years with all the trees on our property. And here are some tree stumps. This one looks semi-fresh. You can see the wood chip still. My son is outside now, so we're going to be playing outside for about half an hour before we have to do the final round of warming up the sauna. Ooh, she wants to go because it's warm. Oh, look at the steam. Okay, so this is when you check. You can feel the heat now, really. Oh my.
They are not red.
They're not red.
Not red.
Here it is now 60 degrees Celsius.
But we cannot close yet because there is blue flames.
Oh yes, I see the blue flames.
Carbon monoxide. Burning.
You mean we cannot close that?
We cannot close that or the other.
Or the top one, okay.
Yeah. 5 minutes.
The water from the well is trickling down now. And here is the water from the well. Right there. These yellow flowers are really beautiful too. All right, let's check the flames. There's no more blue flames. And so now we will close this up here.
Now it's ready.
Oh, and here's the bucket that we use to throw water in here.
Nice.
So the temperature is going to rise once we open the hatch.
Yeah,
It's at 60 now.
About 80, 85.
Here's a view from the sauna. And here we have wooden butt pads. So we want to sit on those during the sauna. And after you're done, you would just rinse it with the hot water that we boil outside to sanitize it. And I usually leave it here in this slot here so that it dries. But you can also just hang it. It's pretty warm in here, so it'll just dry as well. And then we would close that one back up. And then what about the water one? Do we close that too?
No, because it's still burning.
Ah, okay. Oh, it's warm in there. And that's a birch tree, right?
Yeah.
So you can take the branches and make your own sauna whisk.
Yeah.
But you do it in the
When you have leaves.
when you have leaves during the midsummer time.
During the summertime.
During the summertime.
Very nice.
That's it, right? Okay, thank you. Kitozuki. Okay, so that's how you will warm up a wood-burning sauna here in Finland. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. At least now I know how to warm this place up by myself if I ever need to do that. Thank you so much for watching this video. We're gonna get ready to enjoy the sauna now. See you next time. Moi moi. My father-in-law warmed up some sausages. I think he just put this pot over the sauna stove. And we have some nakki, which are the smaller sausages. And then we have makkara, which is the larger one. My husband and my father-in-law are sitting at the sauna now, enjoying some sausages.